Hello everybody, Snowy here, and welcome to the first ever Dragon Ball Super review. Now, this is going to be the first Dragon Ball Super review that I do, so I do hope that you guys will enjoy it, and if you do, please remember to like down below. And now I'm watching this on Verve. So if you haven't heard of Verve, it's pretty cool. Hashtag not sponsored, unfortunately. Well, actually, I don't want to be sponsored. I don't think I even can be sponsored. But let's get right down into the episode, and I will be doing one of these every week, so make sure to check back on the channel for these. And, okay, so the episode starts off with us being in the, of course, it starts off with a beautiful shot of the world of Void, in the, it's called the tournament, the actual place where they'll be fighting, and then it is just so intense to see these, like, 78 fighters? There were supposed to be 80, but for some reason there's 2 warriors missing from Universe 4. So then, Frieza does comment saying that he can feel just the thickness and evil in the air from all the intent that people just have. So then the priestess comes rising out of the tube thing in the middle, I don't know what to call it. And then he once again states the rules. There's no flying, there's no killing, and the tournament power only lasts 48 hours. Keep that in mind. And then he also says that when the what's called the pole thing in the middle will slowly go down over time, meaning that once it hits the bottom of the floor, the tournament power is over. So keeping that in mind, he says start. It immediately just gets crazy. You can't see anything because the entire thing is just covered in explosions from Ki Blast and everything. And then everybody gets into the fighting. Now Gohan, of course, he has a strategy that he probably discussed with Shin. He has a strategy for everyone to go back to back and then defend, and if you have to fight somebody, fight them in 2 people or more. Of course, Vegeta's the first one to reject that. And then everybody just rejects that. So then Goku leaves, and then, who was it, 17, and then Vegeta? Is it Vegeta? No, then it's 18. Is it? I think it's either 18 or Vegeta, and then Frieza goes out and says, I'm gonna have some fun. And I noticed Frieza did not go gold here, but then again, he didn't ring anybody out. The first person to ring somebody out was actually very impressively Basal, which is impressive because he's from Universe 9, and Universe 9 is the weakest universe. And he almost also ringed, another guy out, a sumo fighter. Now, when somebody got ringed out, they don't disappear from existence as I previously thought. They actually get teleported onto this little bench so they can be with the Kaioshins, Angels, and God of Destructions of their universes, respectfully. So that means that they don't die. Well, they probably are going to die once their universe gets erased. And the first person to go is actually this winged person, this winged fairy girl from Universe 10. And it's really funny because they have God pads, the Omni Kings, they have God pads. And like they click the person off every time they lose. So then it's actually really funny because there's this really funny scene where like the pink elephant is yelling at the fairy winged girl, "What are those wings for?" And then like the girl's like, "Oh, I forgot I could fly." It's really stupid because if you can fly, you can essentially just fly your way back up on the platform before you disappear. And then the second person to go is from Universe 4, by the way. Can't remember who it is or how they go out, but who cares? I'm kidding. But, so then, what else do I remember? Let me think. And then I also remember, so there's a lot of explosions going on, everyone's fighting everyone, but everyone's in base form until Goku notices Toppo, and then he tries to charge in for Toppo, and then he gets stopped by a spy guy from Universe 4, and then the spy guy gets out of the way, and then he sees Toppo, and he charges at Toppo for Toppo to fight him, but then he gets taken away by another fighter, and then behind Toppo was standing Jiren, and Jiren looks at Goku, Goku looks at Jiren, they glare at each other with explosions in the background. Goku lets his guard down and they just stare into each other's eyes. And there is honestly just so much tension in the air just for this freaking Jiren versus Goku fight. So then, of course, Goku lays his guard down. That's Goku's one and only weakness. And then somebody comes behind him, grabs him, a girl, and starts dragging him out of the ring. She's gonna commit suicide and take herself out. But she's really creepy. She's like, "Oh, come on, we'll go to heaven together." You know, that type of person. But then once they get close to the edge, Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue and knocks her off the edge. And that was actually, oh yeah, that's the second person. That's Universe. Which universe is that? That's Universe 4. So then she gets eliminated, and then these 5 people come in and surround Goku. And then Goku gets on his guard, and that is unfortunately how the episode ends. And we also have a new end theme as well, and it's actually pretty cool. So, with that out of the way, the basic episode review, we are now going to look at the episode preview. So I'm going to play it, and then we can, and then I'll give my words on it.
のっけから大混戦の力の大会。オラ敵に囲まれちまって。オラに向かって次々と集中攻撃を仕掛けてくる大気宇宙の連中。反撃の隙がねえ。けんどオラとベジータで大気宇宙と決戦だ。よし、行くぞベジータ。次回ドラゴンボールスーパーアーム無情絶望する宇宙。絶対見てくれよな。
Okay, so that was pretty interesting. My only curiosity about that is what was that white aura around Goku? Sorry, I pressed the wrong button and actually ended the recording. This white aura around him, you see it? It's never been seen before, other than like trailers and stuff like that, so I don't know what it is. If you guys have any suggestion, leave it down in the comments down below, and if you have enjoyed, please give the thumbs up for next week, and I will see you all there.